Ooh.
This is so nice, right?
Look at what's happening.
Can they even hear us? Let us know in the chat if you can hear us.
Yeah,
and we'll be as loud as possible.
I know. Hold on. I gotta actually find this stream now.
Yeah, right. That's
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Daniel,
scoot over a bit. Scoot over.
Explain what's happening. Let's like pretend like we like each other.
Okay, yeah, right. Well, hello everyone. This is, as you already know,
Hold on,
the
see if we can hear
Watchtower.
ourselves. Oh, we have audio.
Perfect. This is the Watchtower, and yeah, the mic's on it's a really great mic.
Glad I got a good phone.
Exactly.
Glad I have a good phone.
Exactly. So, well, as you guys know, if you guys watched some of the stream from earlier, we're having technical difficulties. But we want to make sure that we don't leave you guys without a show. So, with that being the case, we had to go down to the bare minimum to still give you the top tier of what we can do, which is #show. So this is just probably the lowest quality videos that you will ever see, and it's something that you guys will remember, so you appreciate how good our quality is.
Normally
when we give you the good stuff. This is Watchtower. This is where the three of us get together and we talk about DC on TV. This week's going to be a little bit different because we, just like the rest of America, did not watch Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow. So we will be discussing Supergirl and also The Flash. Now, if you guys would like to discuss Arrow or Legends of Tomorrow, feel free, start up some of the discussion right there in the chat. We will go ahead and flow with it because unfortunately we didn't get to watch it.
Yeah. Tell us what happened. Like, fill us in. Tell us if anything important happened, or if it was a terrible filler.
Exactly.
Oh no, Andy, I'm sorry. It's usually not this bad.
Oh, Andy is like, what in the world? Yeah,
No. He's like, I finally got a chance to catch this live.
Oh,
I'm like, oh shit, you're
the
coming
first
on the
time
wrong
Andy
day.
I know. I'm so sorry, Andy.
The one day that
So
our computer's not working and we have to live stream off my phone. Trust me, we usually don't look this pale.
We also don't normally have this terrible up angle that no one looks good with.
Yeah, because I am.
I don't know. I look kind of good.
Just saying.
I think I look good.
#churcharoni. So
I feel like that table can get higher.
Yeah, I do, but if we do, we may not. So.
Whatever. I'm just saying. Things to
think
think about.
Like an Apple box and sit on that instead.
For the future. So I have a soft chin, you guys.
Yeah.
Look, I could have brought. I have a tripod for my phone, but I didn't bring it because I didn't think I was gonna need it.
Oh, that's true.
I know. I have one too.
Yeah. You have a soft chin. I have the body breakdown of like a depressed ice cream cone.
There was a lot. There was a lot. We could have prepared for, but we weren't prepared for the computer not working.
That's true. But
for big kapoots.
But it was either this or we would have gone to my house and then crammed ourselves in my room and use my Epic.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
My live stream.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? Superheroes improvise. And that's what we are. We are superheroes.
We
the superheroes of
improvising.
Show. Exactly.
We are nailing it.
I guess what we should do is introduce who we are and, well, why we're here. So, let's always start with the lovely lady.
I just like how I did that. I just assumed it was going to be me.
Oh, it's got to be.
Hello. I'm Sarah. I love Supergirl and I love The Flash. I don't really watch the other two. However, I did start watching DC Legends, and I think it's really fun.
See, it is. That's the whole thing about it. That show is just fun. It's not like you're really going to get, a great story or something like that. It's just fun.
I just watched the episode where the other half of Firestorm and Ant-Man, Brendan Routh.
Oh, yeah.
Not Ant-Man. Adam. Whatever. The Adam are both, like, in love with Hawk Girl.
Oh!
And he's like, he would have gone with me anyway. Like, that's the episode I just watched.
Well, all right.
I don't get it either. It's okay.
I don't know.
But yeah, you can find me on all social media at Roguetastic. Bum.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Ernie, do you want to know? Or do you want me to? I don't.
Hi, Migdalia.
Me. Hey, what's up, people? Holla at your boy. It's Daniel, Battlestar Galactica, or Gaptooth Warrior, either one you want. But Battlestar Galactica is where you'll find me on social media. And to my left, the one, the only, the ever incomparable, the man that if you think to yourself, hey, I want to go on a long, epic trip, well, you're going on what they call a journey. And this is _journey.
That's right.
Is it?
So is that how you
Yep.
I didn't know if you got fancy.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do the cue, but I was like, nah, forget it. So just black like the color.
Journey.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Talk to me, baby.
No?
What do you want me to say?
Oh, God. Well, okay, what shows out of the shows that we do cover do you like the most?
Well, come on.
It's a Flash.
Yeah.
It's a Flash.
Yeah.
He likes the Flash.
Yeah.
I don't blame
What
you. I do as well. So that's what we will be discussing once again, Supergirl and the Flash. Before we do, can we talk a little bit about the Justice League trailer?
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Tell
I
me,
didn't watch it.
Okay.
Just
it was really good. It was really good.
I know I have to start watching them, but I wanted to stay away from it.
I know, you said that. So I'm thinking it's fine if you do. But
Okay.
we will kind of ruin some of it for
It's
you.
fine, go ahead.
Steppenwolf. We got a better look at Steppenwolf. We also got to see the Army of the Gods, which was pretty dope to see. It's something that, especially if you guys are big fans of DC and its whole, mythos, it's really great to see. And one thing that I did love about the fact that we got to see that, it's that we are, of course, knowing that we're hitting close to seeing Darkseid. Now, from what I understand, Darkseid will not be in the film.
Darkseid?
Yeah.
No.
From what I understand,
I thought
Darkseid
they were building up for that.
That's the
Oh,
thing.
okay.
So, from what I understand, he won't be in the film, but a lot of people are saying that's BS. We will see him to an extent. So, if that's going to be the case, then fine. I'm signed up for it, and I definitely want to see it. I want to know what's going on. But moving on from there with the Darkseid stuff, we are seeing that the team is working together in this trailer, and I've got to say, I'm getting more and more excited for the film.
Really?
I want to see it.
Really?
I've been excited from the beginning. Like the
I
very first
wasn't.
trailer that dropped
wasn't.
at Comic-Con, like I thought looked fantastic, and I was like, okay, cool, that's all I need to see. I'm in it. We'll see what happens.
I was down, and everybody else was like, "Oh, poo-poo, poo-poo, poo-poo."
Like,
And
I'm sorry,
why?
like the big wave that comes up and over Jason Momoa.
was
Is
cool.
that
I was like,
the only reason? Is that the only reason why?
She was like, "Oh, Jason."
I mean, I did have a really weird dream about him that we were in some weird like compound.
How weird.
That's where it ended though, because my roommate woke me up.
I've also had weird dreams.
I would
about
murder
Jason Momoa.
somebody if they were to wake
But
me
like
up.
Lisa
I've had
Bonet wasn't
really-
in it, but it was like random girls that, of course, like
that's
you've
good.
seen like wandering the
Oh,
streets. Like you don't actually know who they are, but you're subconscious like.
Well, but
where
hey,
you're
at
going.
least if Lisa Bonet
yeah.
wasn't in it, which means, hey, girl, you had a chance.
I know, but I woke up before my chance could happen.
No,
Thanks, Kiki.
You better go back to sleep. Shoot.
I tried.
I mean,
I
I'm not
went
even,
and I woke
but
him
I would have gone back to
That's
sleep.
all I
for
got.
Jason. I would
I'm
have
sorry,
gone back to sleep
continue.
for
That was
Jason
just my
Momoa.
weird dream.
I'm just saying, I would have gone back to sleep for Jason Momoa.
I tried.
I tried.
I tried.
You're like, Jason, come back to
Sometimes
me.
my roommate's real loud.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That's okay. It happens.
So what else did you guys get out of the trailer?
Besides that, I mean,
Any
there's just-
news on Superman? Maybe.
I've heard a lot of stuff, but I don't really want to just like, all right, boom, here's speculation. I know one man that can probably give us a lot of info is indeed Andy. Andy can probably give us a lot of info.
Really?
Yeah. Man, he runs one of the best Flash podcasts for like on the internet or even in the world itself. So that's why I'm like, yeah, kind of paying attention to that guy. But moving on from that. Covering that, congratulations. Yes, that was cool. That was great. Let's move into the Flash.
I thought we were doing Supergirl first.
Oh,
we're doing
okay.
What are we doing first? What
We're
do you
doing
want to do first?
Supergirl
Supergirl
first.
first then. All right. Well then, let's talk some Supergirl.
Okay, I got my notes up.
All right.
This is season 3, episode 3, Far From the Tree.
Okay.
Now this was a super, like, okay, I was really excited for this episode because I was like, oh snap, we're going to Mars. Oh snap, things are gonna go down. And then it was just the biggest pile of shit filler episode. I was really, really, really disappointed.
Okay. All right.
I literally, like, I wrote it down. I was like 2.5. Cause the fact that this is the 3rd episode of the season makes me worried for the rest of it. Like 3 episodes in and we're already doing major filler. There was no rain at all in this episode. There was no big bad in this episode. And it was a lot of like the biggest thing is that Jean's father is actually alive. So Jean is not the only green Martian. And that's the whole reason he goes to Mars.
Ooh, yes.
What? Magon.
Oh yeah.
Or Megan.
Yeah.
I like how they always say it both ways.
Well, they do.
Megan
Yeah, I
and
know.
Magon.
Yeah, they'll say it in different
Megan,
ways. all
Don't
the
they
time.
say Maggie when she's in her human form and the Magon?
Magon when she's out. Yeah.
There were some really great scenes between him and his father where his father was like, I don't trust you, white Martian. I know it's not my son. You know? And I think, because remember in the last season he had the blood transfusion.
Yeah, that's right.
So I feel
Yeah.
like he's like, I don't understand why you can't sense me. And Supergirl's like super supportive. And she's like, well, maybe it's just because, you know, he's been tricked so much. He's been in this camp for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You know, and so now he's just used to tricks. And they're trying to get this staff that I don't remember the name of, so please someone tell me what it is.
Yeah, someone could just kind of give us the
away from the other white Martians. So basically, Magan has gone back to Mars and has created a rebellion. All of Star Wars, right? And they need this staff to defeat them, because once it's wielded, it basically disintegrates anything in its path.
In its path, right.
I feel like this staff is probably going to be very important.
I wouldn't think so.
And they needed to tell the story of how they were getting it. But I feel like they could have done it better. Because then the B-side story is Alex and Maggie and their wedding. Does anyone actually care? Well, which sounds terrible, because I really don't.
Right. But the thing is, they aren't characters that I really care about.
No, I don't care about them.
I was like, yes. First, I was like, oh, great. When she came out and everything, I was like, oh, yes, love wins. You know, and then, oh my God, she found someone. Love wins again. Okay, this is going good. And then after that, it was like, here goes the humdrum part about marriage. We're going to have problems before we get married. Oh, what is that? It's a fucking cliche. That's exactly what it is. And I'm like, come on, guys.
Carlos thinks that Alex and Maggie are going to break up, and I actually agree with you, Alex.
Please don't let this happen, man.
Well, I'm okay with it.
It's breakups everywhere. Come on.
It's gonna be okay. So last season it was a season of everybody getting together. It's like it was like CW was like, let's go back to One Tree Hill shows. Everybody was hooking up on Flash, hooking up on Supergirl. Well, guess what? Yeah. This is my season. This is where everybody breaks up and weddings get crashed and just hell.
Yeah.
Hell.
Once again, I'm negativity. And people keep thinking, oh, you're only going to hear about the Church of Ernie when you talk about Flash. No, you're going to hear about Church of Ernie anywhere Church of Ernie is.
Yeah.
It's a cult. It's what happens, guys.
Everywhere.
Call your father. You're in a cult.
Everybody.
That's exactly it.
So, like, the storyline they give her now is we get more of her backstory, because none of us really know where she came from. Right? Maggie.
Oh, Maggie. Okay.
Yeah. So, it turns out when she was a teenager, like a tween, she came out to her parents. Her father put her in a car, said nothing to her the entire time, and threw her out at her aunt's house and said he shamed him and the family.
Okay,
for being gay.
For a moment, stop right there. This is now. I read.
She didn't take her out to the forest and shoot her.
I mean, it could have been worse.
This is where I heard a few people say,
"Well, there's a super chat. I missed it." No, there's not.
Supergirl let me down. Like people were saying, Supergirl let me down, but what built me up was Riverdale. People were saying that, and I didn't understand why. But now that makes sense. Her story was what people were saying, okay, Supergirl let me down, but Riverdale built me up this week.
Yes.
That's okay. I get it.
However, when you watch the episode, I'm going to have to ask your opinion. So Alex convinced her to reach out to her estranged father. Let her know I'm getting married. Just to see, let him know, whatever. Papa shows up. Papa shows up, y'all. Papa comes.
I'm sorry.
Shows up,
honestly,
after she calls.
She calls. She's like, "Hi, Papa. You know, I'm getting married. I just want to let you know those showers this Saturday. I would love it if you could be there." And then like hangs up the phone. Super cash. Super cool cash. And he shows up, and I'm like, I understand that this is gonna be really awkward.
Yeah.
But dang, I also feel like he's a villain. However, I read his breakdown. It doesn't say he's recurring. It says special guest, and like they were looking for cameo people. He didn't look familiar to me as an actor, but I was like, is he also like? Because he was like, oh, how'd you figure out this case? And he was like super into it. She's like, oh, I figured it out by a way that you told me. And he's like, oh, you remember that? And so they kind of bond. But then he sees her at the shower, kiss Alex, freaks out, runs out of the house, and basically leaves. And that's kind of how they end it. It ends really terribly. And then they get the staff. And that's the entire episode, guys. The end.
Okay, so what were the parts you liked? No, in fact, no. Let's change it up. Okay. The parts that you did not like of this episode.
The entire Maggie-Alex storyline. Okay. Also, the fight that they're having is about kids. So, like, Alex wants kids, and Maggie does it, and then at the end she's like, you're enough for me, you need to know that, and if I'm not enough for you, then we need to end things. And Alex is like, yeah, you're enough for me, but you know this is all the cliche answer.
Yeah.
And in like a year, it's going to be like, I need this. I either need you to want this too. It's going to go back, and that's how they're going to break up over kids. Happens all the time.
Wow. That's the worst.
By the way, I would love to put Miggy on a timeout. I would absolutely love to do that, but she will stab me.
Wait, what's going on?
And I don't want
What is
these
happening?
What's happening?
Someone put Medallion on a timeout?
Miggy's trolling the chat, and
Oh.
Carlos is like put her on a timeout because I can put her in timeout so she can't message, but she will stab me.
Yeah, she will.
She will stab me.
Now, see the thing. She's saying
she-
she's tempted to watch Supergirl. Well, what you should be tempted to do that's really super is super chat. It's a great thing that we do have here, and all it is, it's really easy to do. There's a S right there at the lower left-hand corner of the chat. That S is for support. And you guys can help support that hashtag show.
Because obviously we need it. We're doing this by a phone.
Exactly. You see what's happening, guys? We're breaking down here. We're breaking down. But you can help us. You can save us. It's kind of like NPR when they do their whole things. You can help us. Go ahead and, blah, blah, blah. So, but you can by showing your support. We work hard here, and we do it for free. It's honest.
It's
we
true.
do it for free.
And we love it.
Yeah, we love it, and we love you guys.
Projects.
And we love making sure to give you guys as much as we can. And the way that we're doing it right now is working well, but sometimes there are bumps in the road. So, one of the bumps in the road is when it comes to...
Because we're streaming from mobile, there's no super chat?
Only iPhone on iPhone you can't super chat.
Oh, Larry
Newell
Super
that's pretty good. And that's exactly how it does work. Ernie, get your super armor shield. That's true. Go ahead and put it on, man. You can be strong. But Larry just showed you how Super Chat works. The great thing about Super Chat is that once it does pop up, it highlights your chat. So now, no matter what's happening, as fast as you guys do converse right here on the chat, we can't see it all the time. But we can if you hit the Super Chat. It comes across our screen, and it's the one thing that we do focus on. So, Super Chat does help, and it helps us to get better and give you as much as we can. Now, one other thing that can help you to give us as much as you can, well, hey, Ernie, you look like a cool guy.
Do I?
You do. You do.
I?
You do. And I think one thing I love about Ernie, your t-shirts. I love your t-shirts.
I feel like
you know what else I do I love? I love my t-shirts.
Where do you?
Well, funny you should ask. No, I'm sorry, guys. I just want to do that.
You're so weird.
No, but t-shirts are something that everybody needs to wear, and one way to tell everybody that you're a cool nerd is by wearing a t-shirt that everybody's going to stop and say, hey, I like your shirt, because they'll discuss it. That's what you can get at TeePublic. You go to tpublic.com/thathashtag-show. Right now, we have a sale going on where you're able to take advantage of buying a shirt that usually costs about $20, and you're getting it for only $14. So, the difference, you're paying for shipping. Congratulations, $20, boom, you're getting a cool shirt. And trust me when I say it's a cool shirt. There are a lot of mashups, they're original shirts, kind of like the ones I'm wearing, but you'll be able to rock out with your nerd out.
Do we have a Supergirl shirt on? No.
I don't know if we have a Supergirl shirt.
What makes a Supergirl shirt? Does it have to be like super skinny, or how do you differentiate between a Supergirl shirt and a Superman shirt?
The symbols are different.
The symbols are different?
Yeah, they're slightly different, yeah.
We could actually make one though if you want. It's just a white tee. It's a white baseball tee. White baseball tee with just it's a white baseball tee with just
the White Ranger shirt
thing. We got a few. We got a few. So yeah, it's definitely, and right now they're still with the White Ranger shirt. If you guys haven't taken advantage of that, that's a really good one done by a local artist, and I love it. It's something you guys should get.
But it says you need a booster seat. You're looking short today.
I do need a booster sheet. You know what else?
Why do I look taller than you?
Everyone looks taller than me.
Do you have a long torso?
Everyone has a long torso. I have long legs.
I have long.
Let me sit up straight.
Even when I sit up straight.
So I'm gonna switch the combo back to Supergirl. A thing I did like was that Jean's spaceship was an old car.
Oh, no way.
Is that a thing from the comics?
Wait, who? I think it is actually. John's spaceship.
It was like a car from the 50s.
Martian Manhunter.
Did it like fly and it was a flying car?
It was a flying car, and then it transformed into a spaceship.
Yeah.
And she was like, Kara's like, this is your ship? And he's like, yeah. He's like, hold on, I wrote it down. It was really, really bad. He's like, I come from a land of shapeshifters, Kara. Why wouldn't our technology shapeshift too? And I was like,
"Stop, mic drop."
It's exactly. Question. So if like going a little bit off topic, like in Doctor Who, if his TARDIS still was able to have
the chameleon circuit, right?
And like he wanted to change it from the box to something else, what would you think he would change?
He's changed it into a couch. He's changed it into a fire hydrant. He's changed it into actually just having a perception filter where you couldn't see it. He's done a few things. So I mean, it just makes sense that once again, and that's smart.
Oh, that's cool.
What car would you pick to come to?
Okay. If I'm a Martian and I have the ability to have a shape-shifting thing, what would I pick when it's not? Dang, that's tough. Okay, you know what? Well, it's the shapeshifter, and I guess it would change its mass and everything too. I would make it a watch. It's something that's right on me, no inconspicuous, no one know, and then when I want to, that cool
I thought
moment.
we're picking cars. We're not picking cars.
Well, I mean, he said what can I change it into? I like it outside of this box. That's where I am right there.
Fine.
So I would do it where it's like I take off the watch and I throw it and then it turns into the ship and I just jump in and boom.
Well, I would probably do like a.
But if I have to pick a car,
like a lipstick or.
Oh,
that's like a lip gloss that I always have on me.
Don't girls usually lose that kind of stuff?
I know.
Then it's gone. It's lost in my purse.
It's in the purse somewhere.
Yeah,
so they steal your purse and be like, there goes my car. Like, it was my spaceship. Oh shit, it's in my bag.
Well, what about you?
Oh shit.
Vape.
No.
Yeah, it's a vape.
Poisonous.
It's a vape. He's like, no, what would it be?
Okay. I would.
Oh God.
I would make it into an athletic cup.
What?
So I could be like, no spaceship.
No one wants to get in that spaceship.
Yes.
No one's gonna ride.
Exactly. I don't have to give anybody rides.
Oh my God.
No, that's gross.
If you had to pick it, it had to be a car. What would you pick?
A car.
Oh, a '67 Camaro.
Dang.
Or a
with
Chevelle.
an answer like that. God,
it's my favorite car.
Why Sarah is so dope.
It's my favorite car.
Damn. What about you?
It's so sexy.
Crap, that's a good one.
I picked the car that Nightwing drives. It's like the Bullet. It's like a Chevy Bullet or whatever. I don't know whatever it is. But Nightwing's car is dope as. That's what I would pick. Trying to give you time.
Knight Rider.
Dang.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
All right.
But so.
All right.
Now parts that you did like, as you were saying.
That's the only part I liked.
Oh, just the car.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not even kidding. Just the car. I was like, okay, so this was a 42-minute episode to get a staff. Like, that's what this was. Like,
any big points of like character development or something like you're like, this is gonna be something later. I know the staff.
I feel like maybe Maggie's storyline relates to someone who was watching it. Possibly. For those who haven't been accepted by their parents and they've kind of picked their own family.
Oh, and that's that makes sense.
But like, if you've ever heard me talk about Supergirl in the past, the whole Alex storyline drives me crazy anyway. Because I feel like it was forced. I feel like it came out of nowhere and it was forced. But whatever. It's a whole different subject. There was no rain this episode. There was no bumper even to give us a cliffhanger.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually episodes like this have bumpers.
So that's why.
To give it some substance of where it fits. So you mean we could take this episode out and
it wouldn't affect anything.
Even the whole getting the staff?
I mean, I feel like that's the only part that was important. They leave Mars.
And we found
out.
And they left his dad? They
brought his dad.
Oh, okay.
So his dad's now on Earth.
So that's the only big thing. So the dad comes back to Earth.
Weren't they supposed to find his son there?
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought it was the son too.
Everyone kept saying that. It was the son. No, it was the
dad.
So the dad probably said son. Meaning,
and everyone thought John said it. Like, it was just probably a very confusing.
It was really bad. It was really bad editing on the preview.
But next week actually looks like it's going to be good because we're back to having a villain.
Okay.
We've got more rain coming. There's a new cult leader in town who apparently has some secret connection with Kara that we don't know about yet. And
what?
It's a cult.
It's culty, and Jean has a secret that he's going to confess.
Like, ooh.
So.
Ooh.
That
don't we love dirty little secrets?
Yeah.
My dirty little secret. So that's basically it.
Okay.
Like this episode was really filler. I swear it was a 42-minute episode to get a staff.
To get a staff and bring his
father down.
That was it.
I actually would have appreciated it more. Like there was no win.
Do you think his dad's gonna die?
Where's Win? How do I not have Jeremy Jordan in an episode of Supergirl?
Hey, that's very true.
That's true.
Shout out to you, Jeremy.
It's like not having Cisco in an episode.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. I can live without Jimmy. That's fine. But I do not want to live without. Yeah, that's true. I don't, because he has to say a quick comment that's like, that's smart.
Like, why wasn't he have a shower? It's a bridal shower. Whatever, men can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever. It wasn't good. I'm really disappointed in it. Hoping next week will be better.
So is John's dad gonna die?
I don't know.
parents die on DC. I'm just
true.
saying.
You're not wrong.
In the
You
DC
aren't
universe, parents die.
DC hates parents. Like
Just like
Superman,
Disney.
The
Just
Flash,
like Disney.
Just like Disney.
Disney hates
Just
parents
like
also. So I'm
The
just saying.
Flash,
The
Superman,
Whoa, I
Batman.
mean,
Like,
Superman,
hey, are you a parent of a super? And they die.
That's why Joe's gonna die. That's why Joe's gonna
That's
die.
why, there you go.
Joe's
That's
gonna die.
true.
It's gonna
That's
happen.
true.
But yeah, that's basically it.
Man, so going from that fast-pitched Supergirl, let's go to a fast superhero.
Mickey said she's laughing because Daniel just gets smaller and smaller.
I do.
No, for real. How is that true?
I'm
It's like-
shrinking. Look at this. Like it's like.
Oh God.
I
Okay,
thought the Flash
so-
was pretty decent
Yeah.
this episode.
Now the Flash actually was pretty interesting.
I had a feeling
There's
it was
a
gonna
lot
be
of stuff
done
going on.
because after the episode trailer, I thought it was gonna be done.
I
It's-
did. I was
They're
like,
not doing great with their trailers. I
No.
think the CW just
They
needs
need to
stop.
fire that guy.
Because it makes because even last week's episode with the where'd they go? Couples counseling. They made it seem so campy and ridiculous in the trailer, but it was actually real and legit. Like,
and I think that's actually something that they are doing on purpose.
And I don't get it.
To throw people off of the
Exactly, and the thing is,
story.
they're like, okay, so we're gonna give you this, and you're gonna think this is shit, but yet the episode is like, damn, this
Well,
was
hold up
pretty
though.
good.
But could this be the same reason why it's getting lower and lower ratings?
It's exactly why. And that's the problem. I
Because
think
the trailers are terrible. They
Exactly.
can't
I
give
think they
anything.
have that idea of let's do this and we won't give anything away and people will love it. But the problem is, no, people depend on the trailer. If your trailer is poop, hey, guess what?
Why
Your
should I
episode
watch
is
next
poop.
week?
Exactly.
But this episode was really fun. I actually liked it a lot. We got another. We've learned that they are now metahumans.
Caused by the
dark
Barry-
matter that came out with Barry.
Barry jumping
Which we
out.
so we
Repercussions.
finally have. Yes, a
Yes.
repercussion. We finally have a consequence.
Oh.
Which I've been waiting for. Like, Caitlyn joined the team
not-
way too easy.
not the
Barry
one I
just came
expected.
out the force like way too easily.
Yeah,
and now
we were
it's
able to
like,
solve his,
okay.
we were able to solve his battle way too easily. All
Yeah.
these things were like, okay, something big is gonna drop on us, and now we're getting it, and it's trickling out.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
even more.
Because
There's
this,
even
this
more.
wasn't all I expected. The only I was like, that's the consequence for him busting out of the Speed Force. There has to be more. Yes,
Yeah.
he created some metahumans, but there has to be a bigger consequence from
Yeah,
this.
definitely.
And it was
Yeah.
all planned out by the Thinker. And
Right.
so that
All
means
of it.
And can I just
All
thank
of
you,
it.
Wells, for being back? Because he's the one who put
yes.
that together.
Yes.
He was like, the Thinker is doing all of this, but why?
Why?
Like, that's the big question. We don't know why the Thinker is making all this
And they're
happen
sitting
yet.
there and they're just like they didn't figure any of this out until it was like, oh my
Wells
god.
is my spirit animal.
I know.
He was there and he's like, here's a breakup box.
Oh my god!
gosh.
His attitude was me. He was channeling me there. Like he's like, yeah, she broke up with you.
He's like,
Tough
I don't
luck.
know, it's some good
Or
stuff.
he's
whatever.
like, or also he was like, you guys fucked up. It's you fucked up.
Yeah, that was-
Did you see what you did? You fucked up. You stupid. You fucked up. That was
Yeah.
That's my spirit
I
animal.
love it.
I
He
was
just
just
showed me
like-
like, no.
They
I
kicked
don't
me
know.
out. Yep, they kicked me out.
She said some stuff. I don't know. She said some stuff. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
Don't
don't
you
know.
have?
It's
Don't
like
you
a-
have?
like a
don't you
tissue
have-
and
don't
my
you
daughter
have-
hates me.
Don't you have total
She kicked me
recall?
out.
I love that. Don't you have total recall?
Yeah.
And then he had to tell him, and it was like, oh, I loved
It
it.
was so
But
crazy.
cool moment there. If you guys didn't notice, something that you guys should have paid attention to when he did say, "Oh, cheap Atlantean plastic."
Yeah.
I
Cheap
love
Atlantean
that.
plastic.
I love that because it was like, oh my god, oh, a reference again.
Another
Like I
reference.
love that. Also, I forgot to say it. One good thing that came out of Arrow last week was that they mentioned Bruce Wayne.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, wait a second.
It was really good. No,
Well,
'cause-
we know Bruce Wayne exists in Supergirl's universe because they've talked about. She talked
well,
about.
no,
Batman.
we know
Yeah.
Batman exists. We don't
Batman.
know if it's Bruce Wayne or Thomas Wayne. We don't know.
That's true.
But we know Batman exists.
Yeah.
And now we know for sure that Bruce Wayne exists in that Earth
Right, your
1.
phone.
But as Batman or not. Oh, God, what is it? No battery, but it's
But it's charging.
Okay, cool.
Is it not?
So,
it's probably
low, slow.
no, it's pulling more than it's charging.
Oh.
Okay, all right. Well, but that was something cool that we did actually get to find out.
Yeah.
That, oh, hey, here goes something that's ridiculously cool. We're finding out that there is a Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
in Earth 1, I think it is. So that was amazing to me. That was so cool because the way he did it, they were like, because if you guys don't know, right now on Arrow, they just kind of revealed that Arrow is Oliver Queen. The way they did it was by the new baddie of the season, who is Michael Emerson. If you guys remember Lost, He's what's his name? The one who knew that Jacob existed on the island and all that. Did you watch Lost?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. He was like
Michael Emerson.
He's gosh, what's his name on Lost? What's his name?
Oh, that guy, Ben.
Ben. Ben was Ben.
I was like, Ben.
No, so he is the new baddie on Arrow.
Oh, really?
Which is pretty good.
He plays a great baddie.
Yes. And he has been like messing with all of them since they've come back from the island and they all survived and blah blah blah. But anyway, so essentially he doctored up a picture that shows the world that Oliver was the Green Arrow. So then of course Oliver was like, come on, if I was the Green Arrow, wouldn't I be out at night doing this? Wouldn't I? So that means immediately we know what's going to happen. He's going to put Diggle in a suit and have Diggle run around while he's in the same spot.
Well, he usually does.
Exactly. So that's going to happen for a few episodes. We know that. Who cares? But that's what's happening on Arrow. That's the only thing you should care about.
Cool.
But back to this.
On the Flash.
Yeah, back to this. Besides the Atlantean thing.
Yeah.
That was dope.
But can I just?
Yes.
I just want to say, like, no, we're talking about the breakup box. Like, that is real, like, Jesse.
That's really convincing.
That's cold as shit.
I never would have thought Jesse was that person.
No, I
never
would have.
Okay, but then again, it's like he explained that she's changed. Like now she's really growing into her power. She's being more of a speedster.
Yeah.
She has her own team. She's rocking it out.
Jesse
power.
and the Quickies.
And she's at this moment she's too busy to deal with relationships and a breakup. Because then that means she has to take time off of her duties
still
to
went
save
to go
the
talk to
city.
her because he was like, no, we're not playing this game, and he went to go see her. So
yeah, we did, and then he decided he's leaving town, which I am absolutely happy about.
I'm totally good with Wally leaving.
Yes.
We've been saying that for a while. We're like, he could die or he could just leave, whatever, write him off the show. But he could go to DC Legends.
Oh, yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, that's what Carlos was saying, and I was like,
Actually, I would hope so, but he was on the first episode. He was on the first episode of DC Legends.
Of this season?
DC Legends for a moment because what's his name? I forgot whatever his name is.
Yeah, but so was Oliver Queen in the last season.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't mean he's gonna be on it.
No. But I mean, it would be great.
But the thing is, it doesn't make any sense. Like
having his terrible hair.
It doesn't make any sense for a time traveler to be using a time traveling machine when he can time travel on his own.
Yeah.
It's no point. And we already had a speedster.
Wally can't.
He can learn.
He's not that fast.
He can learn.
No, the thing is, we know he's not that fast.
He's not that fast. He won't be that fast.
So the thing is, well, at least in here, they're saying he won't be that fast.
Right.
So with that being the case, he still should be, blah, blah.
But why have another speedster if there was a bad speedster last season?
Well, yeah, there's going to be a bad speedster sometime.
And they'll be like, we got a bad taste in our mouth for speedsters.
I know that they said there's no speedsters, but there actually is going to be a bad speedster this season.
For Legends?
For the Flash, for the crossover. When they go to World War Z or whatever, where the Nazis win, blah, blah, blah. They're going to have, that's how they're going to bring back Reverse Flash.
But he's supposed to be completely wiped out at this point, right?
But for this alternate existence, this alternate world, that's where he'll be.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Super chat!
Oh,
Larry Newell, too much relaxer in Wally's hair.
Too much relax? Oh,
too much
Lord,
relaxer.
I think he needs to cut that hair off completely. I can't deal with it. Yes. It is pressed down. It is pressed down. Now, I don't know if some people know this or not. I'm going to say something controversial. That's what happens.
Go for it.
There's a thing in the nerd community when it comes to black nerds.
Okay.
And black nerds do this thing where they press their hair and they don't know how to take care of it. So it looks really, really bad. And they slick it back and they leave it like that. So it's just fried hair. Slick. That's what it looked like for this episode for him. And I was just like, oh my God, you have the black nerd curse. Why would you do this? Why would you do this to yourself? And it's just like, because, it's like, hey, I love anime and blah, blah. I don't know what a girl is and I'm frying my hair and I'm going to slick it back. That's exactly what it is.
Now, whose idea was it to make his hair like that?
I don't know.
It was his, because right now there are photos. He just had a photo shoot where he's like holding a tiger in like a bomb jacket, but his hair is pink right now, and it's like, that's because right now they are shooting or finishing up the crossover stuff now. So Robbie Amell's been like tweeting and all this stuff, and you're seeing Stephen Amell has been like tweeting and everything, talking about how he's shooting his last scenes. Almost everybody else is done, and then I look on other feeds, and here he is, here's a picture of me with a tiger, and I was like, okay, that's a dope ass picture, but wait a minute, your hair is pink and wait, is that going to be a problem for the show? Nah, they can change it anyway. It's fine. But I was like, oh, so you're not in the crossover. Very interesting. Just saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. It's his choice.
Carlos said that the Reverse Flash is called Bliss on Earth X, but it's Wells' version of the Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's Blitz like Blitzkrieg. Because it's, and it is going to be Wells. But the thing is, my theory is that it's Reverse Flash. It could be Reverse Flash using the face manipulation thing like he's done before.
Possible.
Because I know that there are already clips of Wells in the suit again. Yeah, we already know that shot. But that's what I think it may be, and that may be how they bring him back again. Because they said that they are going to bring him back. So, I don't know. But, wow, Joe is going to be a father again.
Dude,
that's something.
His reaction.
Yeah, I was like, is he happy about it?
Right?
Like, I wasn't sure.
I mean, well, look at his age, would you be happy? Yeah, there you go.
I mean, in the end, he seemed happy, right?
Joe, you're going to be a father. Joe? That's pretty much what happened, guys. That's he's still stuck in it. I would be that way too.
I mean,
like, hey, you're gonna what? Well, maybe no. For me, it'll probably be different. I'd go.
Why is there audio coming out?
Why is there audio?
I just hear his giggle.
Yeah, my horrible. Oh, there we go.
Nailed it.
It would be the issue. That would be the issue for me.
Yeah.
But wow.
So there's talks that they want to name him Daniel.
If they named him Daniel, come on, guys. Come on.
It's
Earth 50. It's New 52's. It's New 52's Reverse Flash, and they name him Daniel, guys. And that means we're gonna get another Speedster story, but it's gonna be next season or season down the line.
But then you were saying something else, though.
Well,
yeah, you did have a really great theory.
Okay,
that theory actually rather go that way.
What if? Because I know that we're still thinking about the old the tornado twins,
right?
And Barry's whole thing about we're gonna need more diapers. What if it wasn't referring to him actually having the twins, but Joe actually having the twins?
Right.
So the tornado twins still happen. They still happen to be Allens, and then they go on, and here goes here comes Bart Allen, from the future, shows up, and he's Impulse, and we still get our Impulse. What if that's the way it works out? Come on.
What if it's the other way, where she dies before she has the babies, and then Iris
is the one that has the twins?
I like that one too.
And then so she dies before she has the baby. He's like unconsolable. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. Blah blah. Yeah, that boy, my life is horrible. And then
keep making fun of the fact that you get shorter. And then just said, "Is there a hidden quicksand under Daniel's chair?"
I don't know. It's weird, but you see it like it's dropping. But so with that being the case, I'm wondering.
So you say consolable, but then gets inspired or kind of comes back to life after finds out that Iris is pregnant.
Right.
So then she has the Wonder Twins.
Because then it was
and then boom, Bart Allen still. Because my whole thing is all I want right now. I need Impulse. I need Bart Allen to show up.
Oh, well, I like Bart Allen.
Well, Bart Allen is Impulse,
He's
and I want him to show up. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So I want him to show up, and that would be a great way for it to happen. Because I think that's where we have that whole phrase of we're going to need more diapers. I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
So.
Because this house is bitching.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Joe ended up saying that, so in a way, it's like it could be that phrase was created by.
Well, it's within time. It was within time. And remember, when you're in the Speed Force, you don't exist in time. You just are.
Do you think that's the phrase that he's gonna say when people are there? He's like, "Well, yeah, we're gonna stay here. This house is bitching," and then Carlos is gonna be like, "Oh."
Well, and that's how they figure it all out.
Yeah.
The whole translation. That could be the case.
Because the thing is, Barry should be there though when that phrase.
That's what I did think. Because I was like, wait,
because he has to be present there. Because I think when he was in the Speed Force, he was going through his timeline.
See, but that's the thing. So later, there's gonna be a moment. Now that we saw it happen, there's gonna be a moment where Joe says, "Well, the guy did say this house is bitching," and that's where he's gonna hear.
Yeah,
Barry's gonna hear it at that moment. And there, it's gonna be like, what?
Carlos is gonna be like, wait a second.
Exactly.
It's like, you wrote that, and now you heard it. It's like, What if? And then he'll go back and translate everything else.
And that's when they'll figure everything out, and that's going to be in that moment. But of course, we know before that happens, there's going to be a moment where all of a sudden the thinker gets exactly what he wants, because that's how the formula works, where the villain gets exactly what they want, and we're like, oh my god, what happens? And then we have 5 more episodes where everything gets solved or finished or whatever. So that's how it's going to run for this season, at least in my opinion. And still with it, we did get a villain that usually in the comics, they tried to stay close to her in some ways.
I thought she was so cute.
I loved it. I
liked her. Becky with the good hair.
Oh, man.
Like, as soon as I was like, oh, shit, Becky.
Because that was pretty cool. Like, the dice thing, like, in the comic, the thing is she actually has 2 pair of dice. Like, it's a pair of dice, not 2. She has a pair of dice that she uses to kind of make the adjustments for the probability factor and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Which I love that, okay, so where does she work? Huh, that makes sense. And her outfit that she had the dice on it before all the stuff happened.
When she was a blackjack dealer?
Yep.
Blackjack
it had the dice on it.
It was her outfit from the
oh, great.
comic.
Exactly. So, like, so many calls. Like, I was like, thank you
cute.
guys. Thank you guys. Even though I thought this episode was going to be bad.
What a creepy ass, like, a really creepy power that you just cause bad luck to happen all around you.
Well,
it's a balance. It's a balance of power. It's like for good, there's bad. So for her to increase her luck, everyone else
has to suffer. And that was something that was a big worry. And we saw how her probability field was increasing.
I still find it just unbelievable how science was able to like reverse luck.
Yes, that's true.
Science reverse luck.
It's once again it's probability.
Well,
it's just
you mean like when they let the power accelerator? What is it?
Whatever.
Whatever the accelerator, the proton accelerator, like go against her power, her meta-human energy,
and negate it.
Exactly. Which is interesting. I mean, man, I don't know. This episode did a lot in a short amount of time, and I'm digging it because that's what Flash does. That show always gives us so much in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And when they really go for it and you know it, even when you thought this episode was going to be bad, the writers are like, oh no,
it's going to be fun. Get ready.
Check this. This is all good. And
check
people like us, when we were like eating it all up, and there were bits and pieces that we were like, oh, did you notice this? Did you notice this? And did you notice this? And this can mean this, and this can mean that. I love that about this show. So much speculation, and it just runs rampant. Yeah. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did you guys give the episode?
Like rating wise?
Yeah.
I gave it a 3.5.
Oh.
Are we doing that out of 5?
That's what I did, yeah. I think it's easier that way.
Yeah, what did you guys rate it?
Yeah, I'd give it a 3. 3.5,
and because like we finally it was fun to have like another metahuman of the week.
Yes.
I enjoyed. We finally got a consequence. And that's like they're setting up to bring the team back to like it was in season 1.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay, great. This is a good setup episode. It's not like an important episode, but it's a setup episode.
Okay.
Jalen, if you want to be a superhero, you be a superhero. Because guess what? This is Utopia, where everybody can be anything.
Utopia.
I mean, look at a small, short bunny. You can actually do something, guys. And I'm shrinking in a minute.
Shit, you're making an anime. You're basically gonna draw yourself.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, man.
Currently, Darrow is a person that keeps dying in anime, so guess what? He's a dying hero, but he's a hero nonetheless. He can be anything.
Oh my god! That is so cool. That is so
Although he does play a protagonist in a video game. So
okay.
The main protagonist. So, he is a hero.
Well, I'll give this episode 4 out of 5. And the reason I will, because like I said, the Easter eggs were bountiful. They were plenty. And then leaving room for me to speculate what's going on in the show, I love that too. So I'm so down for it. I loved it. And that's why I was like, yo, this episode can get 4 out of 5. There was a little bit of work that could have been done, but congratulations for it. It was still good. Using a villain that really was like, oh my god, it's a stupid villain anyway, and still making the episode good. That's
I didn't think it was a stupid villain. I thought it was a really fun villain.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be mad at Becky with the good hair?
Well, really good fun villain. Well, then she should be on Legends, because that's a really fun show. It's not a show where it's like, damn, I'm watching this. You know? that's the thing. But yet they took a character that would be on that's a fun villain.
Yeah.
And made it where I was like, damn, I'm really watching this. So I was like, wow, okay. And I wanted to know more about her. So actually, yeah, you're right. Then she is a cool one. Yeah,
I thought she was pretty cool.
Never mind.
Like, and I looked her up because I wanted to know, I didn't know this villain, and I wanted to know more about her. And her name is Becky Sharp, and she's known in the DC Comics as Hazard.
Yep.
So they did name her correctly. She first debuted in 1987 in Infinity Inc. #4 as a member of Wizard's new Injustice Society.
Yeah.
And then she came back again in Infinity Inc. 51 with a different vendetta. She joined the villains of Icicle, Artemis, Harley Quinn, Dummy, and Solomon Grundy to murder members of the Infinity Inc.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then her final comic appearance so far was in a super-sized issue of Wonder Woman Volume 2, where Hazard joined an array of female villains who were hunting male heroes who were turned into animals.
Yep.
So I was like, well, that's interesting.
And it wasn't, and the reason she did it was because at that time she was at a conflict of interest where it was like she was starting to become someone that was not really a villain anymore.
Yeah.
When she realized what her powers were doing, which was like, oh my God, every time I have good luck, someone has terrible luck, which means they can almost die. Then she started to worry about what she could
and really,
do.
she was originally motivated by vengeance to avenge the death of her grandfather, former villain Stephen Sharp III, who was known as the Gambler. So I was like, that's pretty cool. I also enjoyed that they dropped the MySpace.
Oh my God! He was like her MySpace page.
I was like, who still uses that?
I was like, what year is this?
I was like, wait, did it say 3 weeks ago or 3 years ago? Because I was like, and even 3 years ago wouldn't even be like MySpace.
Didn't they turn MySpace into like a music?
Kind of? Yeah, and now it doesn't even exist.
No.
So it's like
poor Justin Timberlake. I'm sorry for you, buddy.
He tried.
Yeah, he did.
Sorry, Spotify won.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Sorry, D.A. Wallach. That's like the brand ambassador of that's. Wow, Chester French guy.
Next week looks exciting.
Oh yeah, so
finally not a silly trailer.
Yes.
It had a silly moment, but I feel like we get Stretch Armstrong next week.
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know what his real name is, but I saw his. I was like, oh, Stretch Armstrong.
The elongated man.
Okay, and we get Danny Trejo next week.
Yes, we do.
Danny Trejo.
And Danny Trejo, and that's the thing about Danny Trejo's character. Tracer.
Breacher.
Yeah, Breacher. There you go. Breacher is actually a villain in the comics. Like a very powerful villain.
Oh, interesting.
But this one, he's not. But on this one, they're not going to make him. Because remember, it depends on what world you're coming from. We can find him later from another world, and he's definitely a villain. But on this one, he's just a tough dad. So
he's going to hunt Cisco.
Yep. Well, hey,
and this episode next week was directed by Tom Cavanaugh. So.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Wasn't he supposed to be on the show?
You can direct. Ben Affleck does it all the time.
Exactly. The town was great.
Oh, yeah.
It just takes a little longer because you watch it and then you watch the scene to make sure you get it, and then you go back and
tell me about the elongated man.
What's his story? He's a detective, and this is the dope thing. People sleep on his skills. He is possibly one of the best detectives in DC. Yes, there is Batman. Yeah. I mean, hey, he's
World's
called
greatest detective.
he's called.
Not recently.
Not recently. Not recently. Because
supposed to be
that button. A lot of people could have figured that out. So, but that's not recently. But the Elongated Man definitely is. He's in one of my favorite stories in DC. Peace, Jalen. One of my favorite stories in DC, which is the Identity Crisis, where it focuses on the lesser known heroes, and it does it in a way that is so amazing, and it's a detective story, so he's in it. Oh man. So and that's how I learned to love him. He's a really interesting character. He sometimes has a tragic backstory. I won't ruin that.
Why do they call him the Elongated Man?
Because, he's, he can stretch. Instead of calling him, we already have Mr. Plastic or whatever that name is, or whatever that dude is. He's, like an old mob guy that's like all about jokes or whatever. We already have him. And then, you have Mr. Fantastic and Marvel, and they probably have something else. So it was like, what else are you going to call him? And he is the elongated man. But his problem is also, I think, the more he stretches, it kind of ruins or wastes away on the dexterity of his body, so he doesn't do it all the time. Okay. I think that was like one of the issues he had at one time, even though it's been addressed and fixed and corrected. But that was some of the issue that he had. But he's a great detective, and it's going to be great to see him here in this show. Because it's going to become more of, okay, we're thinking, we're figuring things out. And he's a very smart guy. To go up against a thinker, you're going to need somebody like that. So, I'm in. I'm in. I want it. I am expecting it to be.
Do we know how many episodes he's supposed to be on?
No, I don't know.
Is he gonna be like for most of the series?
You want me to tell you?
Oh, I think so.
Because I mean, like we had Draco Malfoy for a while.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
then he was up and left to London.
Just up and left.
That was so quick the way they were just where's he? Since he left to London.
Yeah. Since my girlfriend went fucking evil and left me, it's like I'm going to London. It's that I have no purpose here anymore.
See, I think they started the whole heartbreak season that we're in right now. I think you love that. What are you laughing at now?
I'm just watching you on his
He
screen.
is a major recurring
right?
guest star with a series regular option
shorter.
for next season.
Oh,
Is the season regular?
no.
He is major recurring guest star with a series regular option for next season.
Oh, next season. No, just not this season.
Yeah, no.
He is a recurring guest star of this season.
Okay.
With an option for next season.
All right.
To be a series regular next season. So he could possibly be their new Draco Malfoy.
Exactly. Which I am not opposed to. I am so down for it. I would love it.
Okay,
Ralph Dibny.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys, watch. When you start to see what he can do and how great he is, you're going to be like, damn, yes. Why wasn't he part of the show?
We need a detective.
Exactly.
But we don't need a speedster, so why not? It's like Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, they can make a part of it. He can be a cop, you know? Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah.
But with that, I think we've covered everything we wanted to discuss.
Yep.
So I love that.
Good time this time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a great conversation, and we got to cover exactly what we wanted to.
Guys.
We appreciate you guys watching and making sure
For
that
hanging
you guys
out with us.
support. Definitely. And with that, I got to say, Sarah, where can people find you next?
Next you'll find me next. The place you'll see me after this is next week Wednesday on Gingerdale.
Oh, I'll be there too. It's good.
And you can follow me on social media at Roguetastic.
Ernie?
And next week, I think I'm doing the Ouija board.
Are you?
I think I'm doing the Ouija board. I think Mickey wants me there.
Well, you're producing it, right?
No.
Am
I?
I don't know what's happening.
No.
Don't ask me
Am I?
anything.
No.
Are you there?
I
asked you if you were
think
going to be
so.
there. You said maybe because you have work.
Well, I thought it was going to be on Tuesday, but then if it's
No,
on
yeah,
Monday,
it's on
then maybe on Monday. And Miggy seems like she'll go stab me if I don't show up. And like, it's either watching Joe get possessed and I don't know, like,
So he might be there.
He might vomit on me, or I can get stabbed by Mickey.
Joe getting possessed is like so Snapchatable. I am into
So you might be there for the final Halloween episode.
Yeah. It
It'll
would be
air
so
on
dope, dude.
Tuesday.
Like, Joe's like,
final
like
episode?
Snapchat.
The final one.
That would be it for me.
The last horror episode.
That's Monday, which is.
But it's
gonna be there.
pre-taping Monday.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be there for the week.
No.
What?
I won't be
She
there.
is not a fan of that.
No, not gonna even be in the room.
That is the last episode for the horror.
Yep, that's why she said she's not going to be here. She said Wednesday. Okay, anyway, so that's where next you'll find Ernie.
Possibly. If not, you guys see me on Thursday on Anime and Watchtower.
That's right.
And you can catch me on Twitch on _journey and streaming games, just creative, hanging out. Just hanging out.
Oh,
Yeah.
please, I hope not. Elongated man. Come on, that's a good one, yeah? All right, look at that. All right.
Here goes.
gross.
Holler, cherry star.
All right. But, well, you can find me later this week. Actually, at LA Comic Con, I'll be part of a panel about Power Rangers and possibly some Sentai. I said Sentai.
Not hentai?
I was just gonna not even say it. I was gonna say I said Sentai. Leave the joke there. And let people.
Now you know I gotta jump on it. I'm gonna get on it.
So yeah, I'll be there talking about that, and so there are 2 panels. I may be part of both. And we'll be shooting it, and you guys will probably see it. So that's where I'll be next. And with that, you'll also find me on THS Hashtaggers. That's where you'll find me, which is a group that we do get on occasionally, and we share things in our own little kind of community, and we're hoping it gets bigger. So share that community with a lot of people. So this way, a lot of people can join. Come on, everybody's got a geek friend. Just share it with 1 or 2 or probably 10. Who knows? I like that hard rhyme. So yeah, that's where I'll be. And with that, I want to say thank you guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So this way you're keeping up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Now you guys dance or something.
So I wanted to ask who you think this person actually could possibly be that we have, because I'm pretty sure I have the entire list for the 12 metahumans.
Get out. No, seriously.
Yeah, no,